My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Alright, so last night before I went to sleep, I read this thing on Top Buzz and it pissed me off. And so I'm going to talk about it. And this is not for the faint of heart. This is not for people who are soft. And this is not for children whatsoever. Alright? This will be my last video because I have to go to work in like an hour or two. But you get the gist. So, in some country, I don't know where it was. I'm gonna say it was an Asian country because the child was an Asian child. These parents, they had a baby, and they put her in the trash dumpster to be eaten by ants. And somebody found her, thank God. You know, and this pisses me off. And I'm gonna tell you why it pisses me off because I'm 44 years old, and I haven't been blessed to find the right woman to have a child. And I was blessed to find the right woman. I guess I just wasn't the right guy for her, and she left me high and dry with relationships are overrated, and you can't come see me anymore. All right. That being said, I'm gonna say this, and I don't give a fuck if this offends you. I'm gonna say this. I don't give a fuck if this offends my family, if this offends anyone who's had a child and decided at the last minute that they didn't want a fucking child. One, they make birth control for that. Two, they make condoms for that. Three, the woman has the right to choose an abortion for that because it's better for you to abort the child than to bring a child into this world and throw her in a dumpster as if she was nothing. I could take care of that child. It'll be hard because it's a baby. It would be my honor to have that child that they just threw away. Yeah, she won't be my blood, but she will be mine. And that's what really matters at the end. For a person to go and bring a life into this world and then just discard it as if it was a piece of trash, you're scum. May God never allow you to have another child as long as you're breathing. And for the asshole man that impregnated you, may God never allow him to have another child as long as he's breathing. Because you don't have the right to have a child if you're just going to throw it away like yesterday's news. Now, again, this happened in an Asian country, and yeah, I'm not trying to insult anyone Asian. Let me get that out of the way right now. Because as a person of Cherokee descent, Native Americans are Asian. So I'm not going to be here to do any Asian bashing. But in a lot of Asian countries, they do throw away baby girls, which is not right, which is not fair, which is just totally wrong. So I'm gonna say this because if I'm lucky enough to have a baby, and if it is a girl, so be it. You get the baby that God wants you to have. You don't get a genetic choice unless you make a cyber baby, which technically might be illegal if you're getting a baby made with genetic enhancements. You want your baby to have blue eyes and blonde hair and everything that you don't have, light skin, you know. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but also possibly illegal, but it's still going to be your baby. So when we start playing God, we mess up the natural order of things, which is why cloning humans in the United States, I know for sure, is illegal. I don't know about anywhere else. But the thing is, if you can't put as much time as it took for you to make the baby into that baby's life, so in that 30 minutes or that hour and some change or whatever it takes for you to bust a nut in her vagina and make her pregnant for 9 months, if you can't put that time plus that 9 months into this baby's life, then you should probably think about that before you take your pecker out and pop it into her vagina. She should also take the time to think if she can't handle having a baby or taking care of herself, that the last thing on earth she needs to do is bring a life into this world that she does not want and then throwing it into the dumpster. I'm not sure which one of them had this bright ass idea. But fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you one more time real hard with a red hot poker. And matter of fact, fuck you for Jesus. Because you know what? Babies don't ask to be born. Alright? And this goes for people who have rape babies and all this shit. Babies didn't ask to be born. And you do have clarification of abortions and things like that. I'm sorry, there's the morning B pill or Plan B pill, whatever the fuck you call that shit. Look, I don't believe in any of that shit. I believe in using condoms. Alright? Pure and simple. Use condoms or do the right thing. Or raise the child. No. Make a decision before you make a decision. Because once the baby's here, you can't break it back down to the cellular DNA molecules and shove it back into you or her. It's here. This little baby girl did not deserve this. She did not deserve to be put in a trash dumpster to be eaten by ants. And she's like, what, maybe 2 or 3 weeks old. You can find the picture on Top Buzz. It's an itty bitty baby. It's like tiny thing, man. It couldn't have been more than maybe 2 or 3 days old. And I'm upset about this for the simple fact that the people that had the gall to do this, you know, if you didn't want a baby, you could have put it up for adoption. There are plenty of people like me that are more than willing to take that child and raise it as their own. No. Why would I take an Asian baby and raise it as my own, you may say? So let me tell you something. A baby don't give a flying fuck what color you are until people get into their ear. If your parents are white and you are Asian, if your parents are black and you are Asian, if your parents are Asian and you're a black baby or a white baby, if those parents took care of you, it don't matter that you didn't come from them. What matters is that they love you and they will back your ass up day in and day out. And if they want to help you find your biological parents, you know, yeah, they're down with that. And if you don't, hey, that's good too. There's no right or wrong answer when you're adopted. There's just exploring and learning and seeing why. But here's the thing. You will be put where fate has you, you know, and fate can get you a long way. And the thing is, you know, you can alter your destiny, but you can never really change it. And I will say this because I'm saying this out of life experience, you know, whatever I'm meant to do, I wish it could hurry up and come, because unlike Methuselah, I'm not going to make it to 400 years old to reach my fucking destiny. But I'm going to say this, you know, because it has to be said. We all have a purpose. We all have a place. We all have something that we're really, really good at. Once you find it, that's the hard part. The second hard part is showing your gifts to the world, or sharing your gifts with the world, rather. I'm on YouTube. I have a channel called Kung Fu Havoc #2. You have rarely seen any kung fu on this channel, and that's only because the doctors said that I should not be doing kung fu. Now, I can't run or skip or jump or do heavy lifting or anything like that, and it saddens me that I can't put what I want on this channel. But no one's answered my questions about, you know, nunchucks or swords or anything on this damn channel. No one. No one has got back with me and said, hey James, why don't you do this? Or hey James, why don't you do that? No one's done that. So I can't really showcase my useless talent of Kung Fu. Now, it's only useless as a talent, it's not useless as a way of life. Because I can still fight. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'll tell you the same thing the drill sergeant told me. If your life is in danger, whether those doctors at McGuire or any military hospital said that you're not supposed to do this, you will fight. Now, the proof of that is this weekend, you know, my nephew and my bro decided, hey, we're going to jump his ass. And I was more than ready and capable, which shocked me because I'm like, okay, well, I haven't practiced martial arts in almost like 3 years, maybe 4, because this hip replacement come December will be starting my 3rd year with the hip replacement. Now, 2015, 16, 17, yeah. So it'll be starting my 3rd year, going on my 4th year or something, because I had the replacement in December, and then it turned to 2015 or 16. I don't remember, but I had the goddamn hip replacement. So that being said, you know, I haven't done martial arts in a very, very long time. Now, do I miss it? Like the air I breathe. I will do a video on that right after this. But in closing, you know, if you can't put time into these babies, then I advise you, keep your legs closed and stop having them. If you're going to have a baby just to throw her in a dumpster, then be a donor, be a surrogate, be somebody to carry the baby for someone else. Because clearly you were healthy enough. But you don't throw your baby in a dumpster. You leave it at the police station. You leave it at the hospital. You leave it at the fire station. You leave it on my fucking doorstep. But you don't throw your baby in the fucking dumpster to be fed on by ants. You sick sons of bitches. I hope there's a special place in hell for you. And I promise you, if God allows me to, I will come down to hell and peel your fucking skin off and throw ants in there so you'll know how that fucking baby felt. But I wouldn't be using regular ants. I'm be using Fort Benning, Georgia fire ants. The same ones that got in my boot and up to my kneecap. And I couldn't break formation. Joe Sergeant Albert, I know you can hear that. Because you didn't break formation either. And yes, you can't have ants in your pants. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2, BC and you.